Welcome back to another lesson. In today's lesson, we're going to learn about exponents. Let's start with something that you know. What is 2 times 2 times 2? We know that, okay, this is 2 times 2 is 4 times 2. 4 times 2 is 8. And again, what is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2? We do the same thing. 2 times 2 is 4 times 2 times 2. We do the same thing. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16. So what is 2? You multiply 2 17 times. So you're going to say 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 and so on, and you keep multiplying 17 times. So this is what you know. So how can we represent this in a simpler way? For example, how can you represent 2, you multiply 2 17 times? So we can start with the easier one. So we can say here, oh, okay, we can see that you multiply 2 3 times. So we can say, oh, okay, 2 to the power 3 is equal to 8. We are just rewriting this. We are not saying anything new. We are rewriting this. So we want to express this in a simpler way. And we can go to the second example. We can say 2 to the power 4. So this means you multiply 2 4 times to get 16. So we can represent the one we multiply 17 times. So we can say 2 to the power 17, and we can calculate this. But that's not the point. The point is to show you we can represent the multiplication using this form. So what is this form? This form is what is called exponents. So these are exponents. So you can really see that exponents is another way to represent multiplication. A special kind of multiplication, that is multiplying a number by itself. Because we can see here, we have 2, right? And we multiply 2, 1, 2, 3, right? So we multiply 2 by itself 3 times. So this is what it means. We have 2, we multiply it 3 times by itself to get 8. So 8 is the result of multiplying 2 3 times. The same thing goes here. We have 2, we multiply it by itself 4 times to get 16. So that is what exponents are, is a form of writing a special kind of multiplication, that is multiplying a number by itself. So what is it that is an exponent? So the exponent here is how many times you multiply the number by itself. So this is the exponent. 3 here is the exponent, 4 here is the exponent, 17 here is the exponent. That is, this is how many times you multiply 2 by itself to get an answer. So what are the terms that we use for exponents? So for example, here we have 2 to the power 4 is equal to 16. So 2, which is a number that we are multiplying. So you can see that 2 is a root. This is a root or is a base. This is the number you are using to multiply by itself to get an answer. So this is a root. And this is the exponent. This is how many times you multiply your root or your base. So we call this an exponent in this. Or to the power, or a power. And this is the output or an answer or results. Right? So this is your base. This is your exponent, index, or power, and you get the results. So that is what exponents are. It's how many times you multiply a number, which is called a root or a base, to get an answer. It doesn't change even if you have variables like that, a times a times a times a. you're still going to have a to the power how many times you multiplied a. So you multiplied a 4 times. So this is still a to the power 4. It's still the same with x. X times x times x is still the same as x to the power 3. And we have special terms for 2 and 3. We say x squared, x cubed. Those are still indices or powers, or x to the power 3. So that's what exponents are. Let's do an example using the explanation I just told you. If you have a to the power 3 is equal to 27. And the question will be, what is the value of a? What is a? So you use the same explanation and you ask yourself, what is the number that I multiply by itself 3 times to get 27? So you want the number that you multiply by itself to get 27. And you can calculate that and you say, oh, okay, if I multiply 3 times, I can get 27. So you can get this from your table, from your mathematical table. And you can say, oh, okay, the value of a is 3, and that is that. Or the question can be, you have 2 to the power x is equal to 32. The question now is, how many times can I multiply 2 to get 32? That is what the question is asking. So you can ask yourself, oh, okay, I want to multiply 2 to get 32, and you keep multiplying. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's because I know that 2 to the power 5 is 32, but you can calculate that. And you can answer and say, okay, to get 32, I multiply 2 5 times. So it's 2 to the power 5. Therefore, x is equal to 5. You can use your calculator to do this. And the question can also be what we just did now. And you can have 2 to the power 4. And now you have to write the answer. You can ask yourself, you multiply 2 4 times by itself, and you can get 16. That is all that you have to know about exponent, introduction to exponents. Thank you for watching. Please do comment down below on what you would want to see on other videos. I would really appreciate that, and I will see you on the next video.